We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
All right.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Gets this one to Andrews. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
All right.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field, and more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Try getting it to Nico Collins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's 1st down at the 41. Taylor trying the left side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Shotgun now for Stroud. That one's cut along the left sideline. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Finding Collins. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Stroud. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Taylor has the Houston touchdown. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Jukes one defender. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
We'll have them gain up about a handful there. Christian Harris on the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. His first throw is an interception. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage. Here we go.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the mark, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
He finds Diggs right side. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A give left side to Taylor. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Everly's kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
He'll take this at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's ETN on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. On the move, headed right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Now he'll give. It's ETN headed left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Texas comes up with it. At the 20. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Taylor again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Stroud now on 3rd. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting at the 10. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd and 8. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll give to ETN running right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Lawrence now off the play action. Brought in close to the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Launches one deep downfield. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans pushing for a score before the break. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To the air, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his second interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars tie it just before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take the lead on that successful kick. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Taylor now up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. Has it at the 11. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Lawrence. ETN on the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. They'll try it left with ETN. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
ETN again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He still has room inside the 30.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They'll run, ETN. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Now it's Lawrence. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him.
I get it in baseball. That 27th out, it's just different than the other 26. And these 100 yards and these inches right near the goal line, well, they're the toughest to get. And this defense, give them some credit, man. Put a gold star by that effort. To hold them inches away on the previous down and then to get the sack, game-changing kind of plays. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Working quickly here.
The 36-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Taylor makes the catch. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. That's incomplete left side. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And that makes it 3rd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be Texans football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Oh, right. Look high.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Texans set to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Fielded at the 11. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Found some space, ended up with 18 on that return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's ETN. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On second down, it's ETN. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tuli Tuipulotu in for the tackle. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. Third and 4 coming up now. Lawrence to throw it. He'll get this to ETN. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Now Lawrence. He finds him beyond the marker. A lot of grass ahead. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down throw, Lawrence. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Now a carry by ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. It's tipped away. He's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Stroud off the play fake. On target to his man Taylor. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Slot man in motion left. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Diggs there to bring it in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
First down, Stroud. And it falls incomplete. Went for the deep ball there, but just couldn't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. This one finds Taylor. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Stroud throwing here on first. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running it here with ETN. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jaguars don't want to see this one go to overtime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Texans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
To throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw it. He throws a bullet to this. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. They grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Here he is to throw. Fits at through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's seconds. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Now to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And he does what he can there, up to the 25. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second down carry for Taylor. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. And the whistles go off, so we've got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game. Third and just 2 to go. Taylor again. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.